Welcome back to Distilled Brotherhood. I'm Doug, your host. This is my mini-me, the ugly one, Caleb. Tonight we are going to do some Moondrops, their new Ruby Port that they released last Saturday. So it's a week ago today that this was released. If you haven't bought some, you may be out of luck. They may still have a little bit left. I know with their Tawny Port, they sold out in a couple weeks. They were expecting this one to sell out in less than that. So
they still have some.
They still have some?
Yeah, they posted yesterday.
All right, well, you're in luck. Go quick. So go get you some. Full disclosure, I did try some of this at the release the other day. So I have had this, but we're going to open this bottle, which is bottle number 4 that I got. I think I got bottles number 4 and 5 or 3 and 4 or whatever. I got 2 bottles. So
I got 3.
You got 3? All right, so I got 4 and 5. So here's this one. We're going to open this tonight, do a little tasting of it, and give you our opinion on it. I mean, I can already give you my opinion that it's good, but we'll do a little more than just that. Maybe. If I can figure out how to open it. I got to say that those of us that were there for the release from Distilled Brotherhood, we got a little special treatment from Mark. We really appreciate that. We had a blast. He came, hung out with us, showed us around, gave us some little behind the scenes tour of some stuff, talked to us about some things. We're going to see what we get worked out with Moondrops, because it's good stuff. Good pop, good cork. All right, we'll give Caleb the neck pour.
Thanks. It's got a really distinct red tint.
And just so you know, you never recork the bottle until you're done for the night. So once you're done sharing with people, you put your cork back in. If you think somebody's going to want another drink, or you're willing to share another drink, you don't recork that bottle until you're done. Man, look at that. Like, that is just stuck to the side of the glass. There's no legs to it at all. Like, it's not running down a bit. That's the viscosity to this is going to be awesome. The color, I mean, that rich, dark red. I mean, it lives up to its name of Ruby Port. I mean, I don't know if you're able to see it on the camera. I know there's not a lot of light out here right now. We're doing it in the evening. But, I mean, that rich, red, dark color of that is just incredible. I'm just barely starting to get some legs to it now. Oh, it's got that sweet smell. You can definitely tell it's a finished bourbon. Finished. Well, the mash bill, it could be a bourbon. I'm not sure. Is this a
It is.
bourbon or?
Yeah.
It is bourbon. Ruby Port barrel finished bourbon whiskey, finished in Ruby Port wine barrels. So, it is a 59.44%. So, mash bill on this is 60% corn, 36% rye, 4% malted barley, and it was aged a minimum of 7 years. So, just if everyone's not aware, Moondrops has not been in business long enough to have their own yet. So they are still sourcing. When I talked to them the other day, they were sourcing from MGP, which is, I mean, you'd be surprised at what you drink that you don't know is MGP. Like, MGP makes a phenomenal bourbon whiskey that they source to a lot of different distillers that are young enough that they're not able to sell their own stuff yet. Moondrops is getting really close, and I'm not going to let out any secrets. I'm going to keep this to Mark and let him and Moondrops release to whatever they want to release and their timeline and what they're doing. But I'm just going to say we're going to see some great things coming from Moondrops. Mark took us out into the Rick house and showed us some things and showed us some stuff that's coming down the line. It's going to be great. So their Ruby Port, their Tawny Port, their finished whiskeys or bourbons, they are their own. I mean, they are their MGP that they selected, and then Moondrops is doing the finishing. So they're doing that in-house. So if you have some of this, or if you've had anything of their other finished bourbons or whiskeys, they did that themselves. Man, it is. I mean, you get that. What are you getting on the nose? Cherries. I mean, it's definitely sweet, fruity. I don't get any of that harsh.
A little bit floral.
Really?
Mm.
I'm not getting any of the harsh alcohol smell or the ethanol. Like, it's all gone. No, I'm diving in. I'm in.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Sorry about that.
He can't hold his liquor.
Yeah, I can hold it just fine. It's when you go to swallow and it goes down the wrong pipe that causes the problem. I got cherries on the palate too. That was really good. A lot of fruit flavor to it. It's fruit forward.
Kind of nutty on the back end.
And it lingers. Like, it doesn't just, it's got a really long lasting flavor. The finish to it is just still going. I should have done this with Mark, sitting at the distillery. We should have done this tasting, this video with him while we were sitting there, so we could get his thoughts and his input on what he gets out of this bottle. Mark is a very interesting guy. If you haven't met him, he's a fun guy to be around. Now, I got a lot of oak on that one, which surprises me with it being finished the way that it is. As fruity and fruit forward is what it was, but that oak was really strong on the back end of that. On that sip.
Okay.
No?
I'm not getting it.
I didn't get it until that last one. But that was, see, I really enjoy the oaky flavors, the aged bourbons that are older and you can pull that wood flavor, the oaky flavor, the smoke and those flavors from it. The younger ones they fall flat for me. So a 2 to 4 year, I don't enjoy as much as I do the 7, 8, 9, 10 and older.
In about a month, I'll post a link on the Facebook page. My union did a barrel pick at Moondrops, and it is very good. We'll probably sell it out of the cask strength before then, but hopefully hopefully kind of, so you guys can get some, but hopefully not, because we sell out. We'll have some of the 100 proof left. We did 75% of the barrel proof down to 100 proof, and then 25% left at cask strength. And I would put that 100 proof up against any 100 proof on the market easily.
I agree. It is very, very good. They got a smoking barrel from Moondrops. I mean, they really did. The guys did a great job picking it. I've had a taste of both, the barrel proof and the 100 proof. I am a full proof guy. I love high proof. I love the flavors, the complexities, the spice, the heat, the peppery flavors, and everything else from the full proof stuff. But their 100 proof knocked it out of the park. I mean, it is some of the best 100 proof I have ever had.
I wish I had it for our bottled and bond night, even though it's not technically bottled and bond, just to put it up against other 100 proofs.
I still got 13 bottles of bottled and bond in the basement. We can do that anytime you want. So, hey, I can't end the video without reminding you guys that our Whiskey Thief barrel pick is coming up. I know tonight where it's all about Moondrops and local distillery. Phenomenal guy. Mark's one of us. I mean, he really is. He's in our group. He runs a great business. They're trying hard to make a great product, and I cannot wait. I mean, I am super excited about their releases that when their barrels come of age. I mean, I can't wait. And I told Mark the other day when I was there, I was like, hey, look, when my fire department overtime goes away, I'm gonna come begging you for a job. So, but no, it is really good stuff. I had their double oak, I had their 7 year, I had their single barrel. I mean, I've had all their stuff. I've had their moonshines, their, all the stuff that they make. I've had everything that they've got, and nothing that I've had from there, I would say no, I don't want that again. Like moonshines, I prefer bourbons and whiskeys, but they're what do they call it? They're gold. They're whiskey. They're with the Pacers.
Yeah, they're Gold Rush.
Yeah, no,
Liquid Gold.
Liquid Gold. Yes, it's the lemonade moonshine that they have. And you would talk about a great drink to sit around the pool and sip on, hot weather. That's. I mean, any of their moonshine drinks are geared towards the hot weather and having a good time. And
I don't know, that apple pie would be really good around a fire.
Yeah, it would. So, but hey, I got to remind you guys, we're going to Whiskey Thief in 3 weekends. You have to have your orders in before we go. If you haven't paid, please pay. We got to have your order and your money before we go on this trip, or I will not order your bottles. I'm not fronting money for anybody. I'm sorry, my pockets ain't that deep. So please, and if you have an issue or you have a problem with PayPal, or sorry, not PayPal, Venmo, or the Google form or anything else, hit me up, send me a private message, shoot me a text, give me a call. I'll answer you. I mean, I'll work with you as best I can, but I can't front money. Like my pockets aren't that deep. So, I'm in for a bunch myself already. We do have a club logo. We do have some other things in the works. We do have some things that maybe some logo merchandise that will be up for club purchase if you guys want to do some stuff in the future. So just keep in tune, keep watching. You see something, don't ignore it. All of our videos aren't going to be this long. They're not going to be this detailed. I usually try to keep stuff really short, but this Moondrops Ruby Port deserved some attention. One other thing, So the Whiskey Thief. If you buy a bottle of Whiskey Thief, you will be invited to the Whiskey Thief distribution night, or whatever it is we decide to call it. Release party. It's when it's the night that we're going to invite everybody that bought even just one bottle. We're going to invite everybody that bought even one bottle to come pick your bottle up, and it's going to be a party, a get together, a bourbon share, a hangout. We'll all be here at the house. So that date is TBA. I have no idea when I'm going to be able to go down and pick those bottles up. They told me to schedule to plan on it being 6 weeks ish after our barrel pick. So I'll talk to them more and get that stuff nailed down. We will post that on our page. We'll make a big deal out of it. So if you want to be invited to that night, you have to buy a bottle. There will not be anybody here that didn't buy a bottle that night. So buy a bottle. 76.34 I think is what the bottles come out to be. This is not a fundraiser. Nobody's making a dime on this other than Whiskey Thief. It's not a fundraiser for the club. It's not a fundraiser for anything else. It's not a charitable donation. It's not anything. It is literally, you are buying that bottle from Whiskey Thief, and I am muling that bottle back to you. It's going to have our club logo on it. It's going to be a barrel pick that our club members go down there and choose. So we'd love to see everybody here that night. Pick up your barrels. Barrels. Yeah, pick up your barrels and bring them to me. I'll buy a bottle from you. No, really, pick up your bottle. That way we can get everybody in here that night. I don't care if there's 150 people out here. I'll rent chairs and tables. I don't care. So we'll make room. If you have any questions, hit me up. Go to Moondrops. You can buy this right now. I think it was $70, about $69.99. $70 plus tax. So you can go to Moondrops and pick this up. It's not distributed. You have to buy it from Moondrops. You can't buy it at your liquor store. So this stuff is, it is, yeah, it's great. If you like finished bourbons, this is excuse me, this is as good as it gets. This is the best finished bourbon I've ever had. I loved their Tawny Port when it came out. Mark told me it's 8-2. 8 people like this better. 2 people like the Tawny Port better. Man,
we'll put them side by side in a couple of weeks.
All right, we'll do a side by side. Caleb still has some Tawny Port left. I do not.
Not a lot. I bought the Tawny Port. Angel's Envy was my daily, and then I bought the Tawny Port, and I haven't touched Angel's Envy since.
So, there you have it. Go get you some Moondrops Ruby Port. Buy your bottle of Whiskey Thief from us. We're going to have a party this summer. This is going to be fun. The Still Brotherhood has some big things in the works for this summer if everything works out. But we got to have participation from our membership. If not, it's just a few of us. So we want a lot of participation. Guys, like, comment, participate in the Facebook page. We do have our Instagram page that's up. Join us. Don't make us do this by ourselves. Cheers, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.
What?
You suck. Man, that's opened up even more just sitting here in the glass.
Oh, too far back.
That is awesome.